Welcome, my name's Chris Ogle, and this is the 2nd of February and the third news bulletin of this series. And wow, what a week we've had this week. We started off on Monday with the Link4Growth hour, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically we all get on to Twitter and we use the hashtag L4G hour. And this week we actually decided to set a theme, and the theme was about Google Plus, G Plus in short form. And we thought about that because last week we had two workshops on Google Plus, one in London on Tuesday and the other on Thursday in Peterborough. More on that in a little while, but the L4G hour went really well. I was a bit multitasking during the process, but we had a lot of people on there and some good information, so get yourself on that one this Monday. It runs between 8 and 9. Okay, what else has happened? Well, we had the last, well, in fact on Tuesday we had the workshop in Harrow, courtesy of Lawrence Grant Accountants, who gave us use of their boardroom for the purposes of that workshop. And it was the same story on Tuesday as it was on Thursday. People going along to that workshop were asking the question, isn't Google Plus just trying to invent another Facebook, and aren't they a little bit late to the party, and anyway no one's hanging out there, they're all on Facebook, so what's the point in learning Google Plus? And without exception, every single person that was on that workshop went away saying, actually Facebook's a bit tired now, Twitter and Hootsuite is a bit last year, and we're all going to get on Google Plus, and we're going to really start making it work for us. So if you think what they thought and you want to have your eyes open, then book yourself onto a workshop. We're running those again in February, because they were so successful, and actually it's going to make a massive difference, so watch out for those. Last coffee of January 2013 was in Dunmo on Wednesday. Dunmo is a really lovely little town, really good little community buzz going on there, which is fantastic. And Dave Bunting, who actually lives in the town, is running that group under the auspices of Paul Violet, because it's in the West Essex area. And we also had another guy there, Gavin Adams, who also lives in Dunmo, and I think he'll be joining up with Dave and helping us to make that really rocking over there. On Thursday, up in Peterborough, running the training, the 15 people at that workshop and on Google Plus, and some such positive vibes as a result of being on that workshop, and frenetic activity afterwards and on Friday. And I think over this weekend we'll see a lot of people getting themselves organised on Google Plus. On Friday we had the Wiki Business Luncheon, and that was again a good turnout there. Next month we've got Richard Harrington, the MP for Watford, as our guest of honour at that one, so if you want to come to the luncheon, make sure you put yourself in on that. This time it was the first anniversary of the North West London district, and Deepa was there to collect her board, one of those boards as you see behind me there, made by Seb from Tabulous something or other on Twitter. Go check him out, and because he makes, and they're magnetic, so you can like pin things on them very easily with magnets. Fantastic. So we're going to be using those at our meetings, and they've been quite well received. And in fact on Friday we thought about everyone writing some on a piece of paper something that they were struggling with, so that we could put those on the community for events in the district and talk about them and stuff. And one of the things that came out of it was that people wanted a practical workshop where they could spend the morning sorting out all the issues they were having with getting things set up on the different social media platforms. Something being pioneered in Peterborough on the 28th of February this month, but we'll also be running that in Watford, so watch out for that. And on while the Wiki Luncheon was going on, we had a hangout on Google Plus on Friday, and 10 people joined that. 8 of them had been on the workshop during the week, and 2 who had caught sight of the conversation either on the Link4Growth hangout on Monday or through conversations during the week. So we had Nikki Pepper on there, Anne Marie on there, Dave Grundy, Graham Frost, Alistair from Bristol, who's never been to a Link4Growth event, but looking forward to the Bristol event starting next week, Steph Taylor, Gina Leader, who's from Hitchin, who went up there with me. John Britton, who I'd never met before, but had been to coffees up in Peterborough, and Richard Kerrison from Norwich, who was one of those ones that hadn't been on the workshop but picked us up on that, and Dana Al Galberi, who attended as well. So fantastic turnout on that, and a lot of learning and stuff going on as people were kind of getting to grips with technology, but fantastic. Okay, so what's happening in February? The newsletters are going out very quickly now. We're just doing those. In Chelmsford, we're going to be launching an event towards the end of the month. I think it's the 28th of February. Details to be confirmed on that. Wales have got Avon and Bristol have got 2 events happening in Bristol. One of them is a drinks early on in the month. I think that's next week, and another one the 3rd week of the month in Bristol as well. But that'll be a coffee. But they've also announced the Welsh team have announced 2 more dates. One in Chepstow for the 6th of March. And one in Cardiff City Centre on the 5th of March. So that's 2 new events for Wales happening in March. In Cambridgeshire, we have the relaunch of the business luncheon on the 12th of February. So if you want to get along to a luncheon, they're fantastic, a little bit different. You really do get to know people. Book yourself into that. And then on the 21st of February, rerunning the Google Plus workshop. And at the end of the month, on the 28th, we've got the practical workshop where people can bring their laptops along and get themselves sorted out. Having done the training, this is an opportunity to really put things into action. So get yourself on that. We'll have experienced people on hand to deal with that. So that'll be really worth going on. And we also have Ely launching. There's a huge amount of people booked in for that. That's happening next Thursday the 7th. I'll be at that. I'll more on that later on, but get yourself along to there. Fantastic launch of that in conjunction with Maria up there, and we're really looking forward to that. In West Essex, that's Paul Violet's area. Harlow is going to be opening in March with a bit of luck. We're just sorting out venues and stuff like that. Braintree is a likely possibility as well, but that could be a drinks affair, and we're likely to start another event in Waltham Abbey, although Paul's yet to advise me of what that's likely to look like. We also have rugby, which was snowed off, starting in February. So if you're in that neck of the woods, rugby, a drinks in one of the popular pubs in the town, get yourself along to there. Phil Smith's going to be hosting that, and I'll be joining him, so get along to that. In South East Hertfordshire, it's a new district we've set up with Diane Oridopi. She's got on the 3rd Friday of the month, which is the 15th, she's got a coffee going off at the Holiday Inn on the A1 just outside Bournemouth and Elstree. So that's an exciting development, and we've also got some potential there for opening something a little bit south of there in Hendon or around that area as well, or even Finchley, sort of North Finchley area. So keep your eyes on that. That's all getting going. Southwest Hearts, we've got Matthew Hooman, who's taken over from me. He's getting his feet under the table now. He's going to launch a workshop on G+. He's a G+ expert, so he's going to launch that during February as well. And we're also going to have a practical day, which came out of the Wiki Luncheon on Friday. So that's going to take the same sort of format as they're running in Peterborough. And we've already got 3 or 4 people really interested in attending that. So loads and loads of stuff going on, and all the normal coffees and everything else in London, all happening Peterborough, Wales, Cardiff, all over the place, all happening as normal. Next week, Link4Growth hour on Monday evening between 8 and 9. Get on your PC for that. And on 1 PM on Friday between 1 and 2 we've got the Hangout. So if you're not familiar with Hangouts and you want to get a bit of practice in, that's where we'll be on Friday. I'm going to be in Paradise on Monday at the Paradise Wildlife Park in Broxbourne. On Tuesday I'm going to be in Ruislip. Wednesday I'm going to be at Waltham Abbey. That's already got over 25 people booked in, so if you really want some really good community networking, then get yourself down there. Ely launch on Thursday, really looking forward to that, and then back to Ware on Friday, and there's a good group booked in for that as well. So superb, and of course we're a week into the accountability program for those people that started last week. I haven't had a chance to really get my accountability going, but I'm going to be writing it this weekend. So I'm going to be out this week going around industrial parks in Watford, trying to get those businesses to join in with the communities that we're putting together for the industrial parks in the Watford area, with a view to getting them to start talking to the businesses around them, because it's all about, if you can do business within 100, 200, 300 metres of your office, why not? And they'll also be able to sort of talk to each other and start to meet each other at some of the events that we hold. So that concept is going to be rolled out across Link4Growth. That's it. What an amazing week. Another really hectic week next week. It's all positive. It's all going in the right direction. Fantastic. Well done, everybody, Link4Growth. It just gets better and better. So see you all next week. Bye for now.